Blessings to you. Welcome to Artist Impact. I'm your host, Jere B. This show is all about great music of every genre. We highlight, feature, and critique singers, bands, musicians, poets, and rappers from our local region and from all over the world. And really, today, from all over the world. Now, most of these artists you've never heard of before, but we bring them right to your door to see how we can encourage them and if we can make an impact on their career. Helping me to do this is our Impact Panel, or as I like to call them, my panel of love. These are all entertainment professionals, and what they're going to do is review and critique the two artists we're presenting in this episode and see if there's some way, somehow, they can make an impact. Maybe, maybe not, but we will find out. Let's introduce our Impact Panel. First and foremost, Barry Coffing is the founder and CEO of MusicSupervisor.com, has a ton of placements of his own in film and TV. How you doing, Barry?
I'm doing good, other than my battery backup says I need to replace my battery, so it sounds like there's a bomb going off, but I promise it'll stop in a second.
Excellent. Well, international superstar, he's a singer for real, soul brother number new. We call him Carlton J. Smith. Carlton, what's going on, bro?
Everything. Marvin Gaye said that one time. What's going on?
What's going on?
Glad to be here with you guys.
So glad you're here. And world-renowned bassists, I got to tell you, Chick Corea, Tony Williams, all over the place. This is Bunny Brunel. How you doing, Bunny?
I'm just fine, thank you. It's so nice to be with you, all famous people like that.
Glad that you're the famous one with us, man. Well, I got to tell you, Barry, man, all of the placements that you had, and you've opened up Music Supervisor to be a great representative of people who want to get into sync and music licensing. How are you balancing all of the things that you do, brother?
It's a little bit tough. I mean, right now I'm in Houston, and we're working on we have these festivals we call springboard festivals, where we have a bunch of industry experts. We pick 40 bands and we bring in 40 experts to coach them up over a weekend and showcase them. So we're doing a bunch of those, and so that we've been balancing that. We've also opened up We Get Artists, which is we're kind of taking the MusicSupervisor.com thing, and that's where we're able to talk directly with the artists, and we're developing some other things. So it's pretty exciting.
Well, I'm grateful that you're with us, man. It's always a joy to see you, brother. I'll talk to you in a few minutes. And really, soul brother number new, tutored under the James Brown, international, all over the place. You're always in a different country when I'm looking you up, man. How do you balance what you do, globe-trotting the way you are?
Because I love people. And people are pretty much the same all over the world, whether they speak English or not. So as long as I got that vibe, I'm good. Give me some people and a microphone, I'm good.
Absolutely. Well, I'm so glad that you could hang out with us, Carlton. It's going to be a great show, brother.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And Bunny, man, I am so humbled that you were able to adjust your schedule to hang out with us. You've been with some world-renowned bands, and not to mention the band that you put together yourself, Cap. You've been doing some major things, man. Are you doing cool out there in sunny LA?
Well, just keep going. I'm working on a new Cab album with a Tony McAlpine, and we already recorded most of it. We're waiting for Dennis Chambers to play the drums, basically.
Man.
So we keep going.
I mean, and you're doing it right, brother. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today.
No, yeah, thank you very much. To be with you guys, you are all amazing.
Appreciate you. Well, I tell you what, this is a world famous show. We're international today, and we have to go to Germany, where they're well past midnight when we're recording this, and we made sure that Rick got some extra green tea in him so he could be up. How you doing, Rick?
I'm doing fine. Thanks, Jerry. Thanks for the invite.
Man, you sent in an incredible song. I think it's incredible. Great rock tune called Eileen. You want to tell us a little bit about it?
Well, yeah, I'd be happy to. That was a song which was composed when I lived in LA, and I fell in love with an actress, or a kind of a wannabe. She was, I'd say, frustrated because she wanted to be an actress, but her day job was teaching kids on the beach, and she would put on a red nose and act like a clown. So she really wasn't doing what she wanted to do, you might say.
Oh,
But
my goodness.
her name was Marika. That didn't fit for the tune, so I wrote it about her, but I changed the name to Eileen simply because it worked more with the melody.
Well, do you mind if we share it with our American audience? You're in Germany, but you wrote it in LA.
Wouldn't mind
so
at all. No, wouldn't mind at all.
I appreciate it. We're going to put it on right now.
Such an expression with eyes like no other girl. But how do I make your connection? Say yes and I'll move the world. Eileen, I've got my eyes upon you. Eileen, is that a rainbow around you? You said you'd come and take me away. Don't think you really meant it, 'cause I don't have what you need, and the time I've already spent it. Eileen, I've got my eyes upon you. Eileen, is that a rainbow around you? Stayed there for one night, disappeared before the morning. Girl, you're so hard to find. Eileen, I've got my eyes upon you. Eileen, is that a rainbow around you? Eileen, I've got my eyes upon you. Eileen, is that a rainbow around you? Well, I think you can make me stay. Well, I think you can show me the way. Yeah, I think you can make me stay. Yeah, I think you can show me the way. Well, I think you can make me stay. Well, I think you can show me the way. Yeah, I think you can make me stay. Make me stay. Show me the way. Eileen, I've got my eyes upon you. Eileen, is that a rainbow around you?
And that was Rick Derman with Eileen. I thought it was a rocker. Barry, what do you think?
I think it rocks. It reminds me of my youth.
Carlton.
Parachute.
I like it. I like it.
And Bunny.
Well, I think it was amazing. You know, you're only three people. They sounded fantastic. They did a good job.
Well, let's go in a little deeper. What do you got to say to Rick Barry?
So Rick, this is you wrote this while you're in Germany or in the States?
No, when I was living in LA.
And then did you record it in LA or did you record it in Europe?
I recorded it in Europe.
And how long ago did you write the song?
Between the writing and recording?
Just the writing. When did you finish writing it?
This was one of those songs where it was 10 minutes at the kitchen table.
Yeah, but
everything came at once. It's so unusual that happens, but when it does, it's fantastic. Just the lyrics, the melody, it just all.
Yeah. So what year did you write this song?
What year?
Yeah.
That would have been, I would say, I'm guessing now, about 13, 14 years ago, something like that.
Yeah. Well, that's great. I mean, it's got very much the video and everything really feels like a throwback to the 80s kind of, but it's still, it's not the 80s, but it's got a really good comfortable rock band thing, and the video too feels like that kind of time period.
The video actually was filmed on German TV.
That's hysterical. Well, it looks very, very cool. I liked it a lot. And for film and TV, I think it's got value.
Great. I'm very happy to hear that.
Absolutely fantastic. Well, Carlton, why don't you dig in and let Rick know how you feel, bro?
First thought, when you got a song, a rock tune called Eileen, my first thought is Dexy's Midnight Runners. Come on, Eileen, you know?
Yeah.
I was looking for that. But now I don't even know if this is still a term, but the first thing that came to mind was power pop. I don't know if that's still, you know, what it would be called, but I love that. I thought it had a great hook. I like your vocal, the lower register. You kind of, for a minute there, you made me think of Robert Palmer. Then there was another band called Toad the Wet Sprocket that made me, I don't know, that made me weird. But that's what I was thinking. Great song, great hook, sing along. I think the band should have more of a look. I'm not saying you should dress up like the Knack. That's another band from the 70s, but just have a nicer, cleaner look, because there's just three of you, so there ain't going to be so much for the girls to look at. So give them something to look at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, the guitar player,
great song.
Okay, great. Thank you, Carl.
Definite.
Absolutely. So, Bunny Brunel, tell Rick how you feel about the tune Eileen.
Well, you know, I like the fact that it was a kind of a simple things put together and all that. It's important when you make a song that people get into the song itself, you know. Some people using like some tricks, they want to add some, you know, like instruments and do different things, you know. This is the raw thing. I like it because this is, you know, you got it right there. You listen to the song, you got the lyrics, you know.
Did you notice there was a bass solo in the second verse?
I was going to say I really like that,
which is very unusual in a pop song.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was getting into that. That was my next thing. So I like definitely, you know. So congratulations.
That's all right. Excellent. Well, Rick, you've heard what everybody has to say. Do you have any pushback or do you have any questions of your own?
Not really. I mean, it was all positive. Nothing I want to push back against, quite honestly.
That's real cool.
Having the bass solo as being a real problem, but I thought you could take
Okay. My goodness.
I was just trying to add production values to each verse, you know.
With a bass solo?
That was my goal.
Oh, really?
Fantastic.
Solo.
I tell you what, we'd love to stay here and talk, but we have to go from Germany to Serbia and talk to Nenad. Nenad is up late as well. How you doing, my friend?
Yeah, thank you. I'm fine. I hope you're fine too. It's okay. I used to get, to bed quite early, 4 a.m., 5 a.m. and so on.
Right. So this is prime time for you then. Man, I tell you what, you got an incredible funk band going over there in Serbia. And you want to tell us a little bit about the song Illegal Control that you sent in?
Yeah, thank you for the compliment. Well, that's the part of the Boogeyman concept that I did in 2021 is that I released it as an album then, but we're going to see a live performance, which I think is quite better than the recording one. Has the more energy.
Oh, wow. Well, I love the energy that was on this video. You mind if we play it right now?
No, I'll be happy to.
That's excellent.
They will say that it's illegal. When you're fighting on the street for freedom, they will say it is illegal. But if you fill my life with useless stress, how much illegal can you get? Everything is uncontrolled, so let's get ready to roll. Illegal. Control. much illegal can you get?
Everything is out of control, so let's get ready to roll.
Illegal
Everything is out of control, so let's get ready to roll.
control.
Everything is out of control, so let's get ready to roll.
Illegal.
Everything is out of control, so let's get ready to roll.
Listen to my guitar. Even when you sleep, they're watching you. Even when you sneeze, they're watching you. You've been watched, monitored, controlled. Second by second. Tap by tap. When you track each single step I make, they will say that's not illegal. When you track each single step I make, they will say that's not illegal. But if I put the bomb onto your head, how much illegal can I get?
Everything is out of control, so let's get ready to roll.
Illegal
Everything is out of control, so let's get ready to roll.
control.
Everything is out of control, so let's get ready to roll.
Illegal
Everything is out of control, so let's get ready to roll.
control.
Everything is out of control, so let's get ready to roll.
Illegal
Everything is out of control, so let's get ready to roll. Everything is out of control, so let's get ready to roll. Everything is out of control, so let's get ready to roll. Everything is out of control, so let's get ready to roll. Everything is out of control, so let's get ready to roll. Everything is out of control, so let's get ready to roll. Everything is out of control, so let's get ready to roll. Everything is out of control, so let's get ready to roll. Everything is out of control, so let's get ready to roll.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Illegal Control by Nenad and his incredible funk band. Barry, what do you think?
I loved it. I think I love big bands and stuff like that with everything he's got going on, and I definitely like the little funky wah guitar part too. You gave yourself a little moment in there.
What do you think, Carlton?
Get down, get down. I loved it.
That's excellent. What do you think, Buddy? What do you got to say about Illegal Control?
Well, I love that type of band like that. That's when I start playing. I used to play James Brown tune, in the 60s, and that's what I had with the horn section.
Yeah.
I just love it.
That's excellent. Well, let's get deeper. Barry, going with the shovel, brother.
All right. Well, I love the tune. I love the band. And when we were talking offline, you talked about that this is a live version, but you did the record version first.
Yeah.
For what I do in terms of film and TV, I would want to hear that version.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll send it to you. I'll send you the full album if you want to.
Oh yeah. Well, no, it's always fun. Like whenever, just so you know, in film and TV, whenever there's a production value, a horn section, live strings, gospel choir, we always jack the price up because
Yeah.
they go around the block and go get another gospel choir or another live string date. So that production value can really help you, and it's also that kind of music can be in really a lot of fun. It brings a lot of energy to whatever's happening in the picture.
Yeah, thank you. So I'll send it to you right
Great.
away. Yeah, thanks. Great.
Very, very cool. An impact being made in Carlton. I know you want to go down in there real
Here we
deep.
go.
So what's up, brother?
Nanette, I was saying the girls make the song come alive more. I like what they were doing. It's interesting that this is considered a funk band and everything, because I was thinking, I don't hear you as much of a vocalist. I hear you as like a George Clinton, like the girls are singing and you come in saying things. So you have a good radio speaking voice. as opposed to being a singer. Maybe even hire a male singer, but you're the guy that's sort of narrating the whole thing. Like you're the overall leader of this funk outfit. That's what I hear. So I dug it, and the chant that you do in there is very similar to a chant that was on a Funkadelic record called Charlie Funk Getting Ready to Roll. So it was very interesting. I definitely heard the connection. You're the George Clinton of that band. Make no mistake. Okay.
Well, thank you. Well, I'm deeply influenced by Funkadelic, so yeah, it's obviously.
We hear it.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
That's very, very cool. And he's been called the P-Funkster before. Serbia's George Clinton. What do you got to say, Bunny? I know you want to jump in.
Oh, well, I was mentioning before, that's when I start playing. That's the kind of band I would put together. So for me, I love that, with the background singers and anything. It's funny, I put the band together playing, as I was mentioning, some James Brown. That was the hip at the time. And I had an American singer, and her name was Shirley Bunny Foy. It's just spelled B-U-N-N-I-E, Bunny. So it was funny to have her. But she was great. She was doing a great job. And what I like in listening with the horn section and things like that, for me, it's so exciting, And then you have background singer, you the girl sing, and this is what I like the best, So I really loved it. It was fantastic.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
That is wonderful. Well, of course, Nenad, I don't know if you have any pushback or not. The brothers were very into what you're doing, man. But you have any questions of your own?
To tell you the truth, I was a bit afraid when I saw who the panelists are. It was like they're going to chop me into little pieces. But, I'm very grateful for their opinion, and I'm really thrilled that they like the song.
Right. Let me know if you need somebody to sing some funk for you, okay?
Yeah, we'll do. Gladly.
Bring the funk.
Oh, no, I want the guy behind your shoulder. That's the guy
Who, Denzel? Okay.
You guys, I tell you what, man. Well, let's bring Rick back on. And Rick, I just want to know from you what's going on in Germany. What do you have coming up that you can share with us?
Working on a new album. First time I did a reggae track, and that one's in the can already. So I'm stretching out in some different musical directions on this. There'll be some rock, but I'm doing some other things with the album, as I say. There'll be a blues tune and just different genres that I wanted to explore.
Oh,
and I've got some live dates coming up as well in Germany at this time.
That's absolutely excellent. We're looking to hear more from you. And Nenad, what's on your schedule, man? What's going on, if I could talk?
Yeah, well, I'm a bit of a megalomaniac. I'm doing a trilogy of 3 albums at the same time.
Wow.
And I plan to release them during this year. One is called Living Soul, and it's soul music. The other one is called Fundamentally, and it's basically 80s funk groove or something like that. And the third one is called Jazzabella, and it's a jazz album. And I hope to finish them during this year. And I have engaged the musicians, and a lot of the songs is already done, just waiting for post-production or something like that.
That's absolutely fantastic. Well, nothing but much success, I know, for both you and Rick are going to happen. And thank you for being our international artist. But Barry, I know that your schedule is always on point. What's the next big thing that's happening for you?
Well, I just wrapped a movie called The Man in the White Van. It's a true story about a serial killer in Florida between 1973 and 1980. And so next year, you should be able to go see it in the theaters, but it came out really, really good. It's got Sean Astin, who's Frodo's friend for all of us, or the guy in Rudy, Kim Basinger's daughter, Sky Jackson. It's got a really good cast. Warren Scales is the guy who wrote the script and was the director. It's a thriller. It's very scary, but no blood, guts, and gore.
Well, I know you're going to need some music for it, so don't forget us over here, okay?
Oh, no.
Carlton, I know anywhere there's a microphone on the planet, you'll be singing, but what's happening with you next, bro?
Well, I was supposed to have been back in Turkey, by now, but they had that huge earthquake, so that's shut
Right.
down for a minute.
Right.
So we're looking at I'm going to be in London and Austria next, but right now I'm in America for a while, so I'm doing shows in America. I've got records coming out as well, so I'm glad to be home for a minute. It's like the first time in over 20 years. I'm happy to be home. You know, I'm learning English again.
There you go. Well, we're happy to have you, man. So grateful for you. And Bunny, I know your schedule's always killed too, but what's the very next thing that you're working on, my friend?
Well, you know, I did make a production, the Stanley Clark, or the albums that we call Baseball,
Oh, yeah.
with a bunch of bass players, with you know, Victor Wooten, Billy Ken, Bailey, Armand Sabaleko, and you know, the list goes on and off. And we did a Baseball 2
Oh,
that was just released, you know, and it's with of course, with Stanley. That's the thing. Kyle Eastwood, the son
Wow.
of Clint Eastwood, plays
Oh,
the
yeah.
bass. I'm the one who taught him how to play the bass, by the way.
yeah, there you
Then
go.
Armand Sabaleko, Dominique Di Piazza, Sekou Buns, Freddie Rico, Malaman, John Depp. So I got all those bass players playing and all that, and this is just out.
Wow.
But I'm going in a tour in Europe on the 20th of this month. I'm going for a week and all that, and then we're gonna play some places where people maybe don't want to go, but we're going over there. That'll be fun. I'm going over there with my wife, who plays the flute and sing, Kellyn Peoples, and we're gonna use some musician from there, so making it fun.
Very cool. Well, I am very, very humbled that you guys decided to spend your time with the likes of me. And I know there's nothing but big, huge success coming in the future. Peace and blessings to you all. And yo, that's going to do it for this episode of Artist Impact. I want to thank our Impact panel, Barry Coffing, Carlton J. Smith, and Bunny Brunel, and obviously Rick Derman and Nenad, our wonderful artists. Make sure that you support their artistry. If you're in Germany, if you're in Serbia, go out to a show, buy their music and their merch. And if you are an artist and you have an original performance music video, submit it to artistimpact.armstrong@gmail.com. Let's see if we can make an impact on your music career. I'm your host, Jere B. Thank you for joining us. And if you're in Hubbard, go and check out my man Luke at Pure Flight Disc Golf. Tell him Jere B sent you. Peace and blessings to you. We will see you again next time. God bless.